What's going on, good people? Chaz with Coach Chaz Fitness here. This is going to be number 5. We are going over sleep. This is something I personally struggle with, but I'm getting better because I'm consistently working at it. So we're going to dive right into this. Deep sleep is something, and that's the other thing about sleep too. It's not just falling asleep and napping. It's, waking up 3 or 4 times throughout the night. It's a deep sleep, the restorative sleep, where our body really just repairs and recovers throughout the night. Those are the mornings when you wake up and you feel so refreshed and energized. You don't have to pry your eyes open. You don't turn around and hit your alarm and go, no, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. The restorative sleep that we need on a daily, nightly basis is the kind of sleep that we should try to be going towards. Anyways, setting a schedule is going to be the number one thing you can do to achieving a good sleeping pattern. For myself, I prefer a 10 to 6, and these are perfect nights. It doesn't always happen, but when I'm consistent with it, that's when I feel the best I've ever felt as far as sleep goes and how I feel in the morning and throughout the next day. So what I do for myself, 10 p.m. on a perfect day, like I said, it's something I struggle with, but I'm trying. So 10 p.m. on a perfect day, I shut down everything I'm doing. Business is done. If Tristan and I are watching a movie, which is my wife, most of you know that. If Tristan and I are watching a movie is turned off. 10 p.m. I need to get in bed and go to sleep. So that's on a perfect day. On the other end of that, waking up at 6 a.m. and I split this into 2 parts. Purple lettering is going to be stuff you can do to fall asleep. Blue is going to be waking up. There's 2 different aspects. Some of us are night owls, which is definitely me. I love to be up until 12 or 1 in the morning, especially running a couple different businesses. I can stay up as late as I could possibly do, and 2 or 3 in the morning are some of my bad nights. But like I said, I'm getting better, and because I've been implementing some of these tools here, it does get easier with time the more you do them. So, setting a schedule. Pull this up right here. 10 a.m. is my preferred sleep time. 6 a.m. is my wake up. Now, you can see I have 3 different alarms. I'm gonna dive into that in a minute. So, number 1, set a schedule for yourself. For me, it's 10 to 6, and this is all based on your work patterns, your family. You know your life best. So find that time frame where you can just really try to get the most amount of sleep possible. If I go to bed at 10 and my alarm is set for 6 and I follow that, I'm gonna get the most amount of restorative sleep as I can. But regardless, my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. regardless of what time I go to bed. So if I try to go to bed at 10 and it turns into midnight or 1 in the morning, I'm not going to be feeling too great when that 6 a.m. alarm comes around the corner. And this is something you guys can probably connect with me on this. You know what time your alarm is set for the next morning. Just make smart decisions and be disciplined to go to bed on time, to know how great you'll feel the next morning because you got enough sleep. So, going into ways that you can help yourself relax and fall asleep, because sometimes I have insomnia. Sometimes I can't fall asleep. This is stuff I've done in the past that really does work for me. I recommend you try it out for yourself. Number 1 is going to be meditation. Literally turning off all electronics, actually getting all electronics away from your body. That's a whole other type of video. Same thing with sleeping. Try not to sleep next to your electronics. So, get all electronics away from your body. You can shut the lights off so it's dark, whatever it may be, light candles, whatever floats your boat. But literally just sit, and this is the hardest part. And it seems like it would be so easy, but it's so difficult. Clear your mind. Stop worrying about the bills that you have to pay. Stop worrying about school, work, family. All these little stressors that are keeping your mind going a million miles an hour, just let it go. And with that, focus on your breathing. That's why I put meditation and breathing. Do some research on deep belly breathing for meditation. It's one of the most, and I'm talking when you take a breath in, it's not expanding your lungs, it's going deep into your pelvic floor. You can feel the lower part of your abdominals expand when you breathe. Elliot Hulse has some great videos on this kind of stuff if you want to look him up. Strength Camp is his YouTube channel. Do some research on the deep belly breathing. But literally when you meditate, your two goals are 1, clear your mind, and 2, focus on your breathing. That is it. There should be nothing else going on. And when you do it, I recommend 15 minutes. And it's hard to explain. When you truly get into that meditative state and everything starts to clear off your mind and you're really focusing on your breathing, for me, it's almost like my body almost kind of goes numb. You just, not in a bad way, it feels incredible. You literally just become weightless almost. It's one of the best feelings that you can ever get if you can get into that meditative state. So that's tip number 1 for helping you relax to get ready to go to sleep. And meditation does not count if you're laying in bed. If you can do it, you can do it that way and help you fall asleep. That way you're laying down. I prefer just to literally sit on the floor, cross-legged, just rest my hands down on my knees and just really focus on the breathing. And then afterwards, go hop into bed and I'm already relaxed, fall right asleep. Next, melatonin is going to be one of the natural remedies you can take. I think the recommendation is about 5 milligrams. You can find these in most drug food stores. So melatonin is a great one just to kind of help ease the body naturally. Along with tea. I never in my life thought I would be a tea drinker until a couple months ago. I was struggling with some insomnia and I was trying to research different ways I can help just force myself to get my mind to shut off. That was the biggest thing, is I'm constantly focused on so many different things and my mind wouldn't shut up. And so I started doing research and now I'm a tea drinker. I do believe in this stuff. So these are all based on my personal experiences and recommendations. There are thousands out there. My top 3, number 1 is going to be kava root. Do some research on all these things too, of course. Find the ones that you think will fit best for your lifestyle. Kava root, Yogi is the brand, makes a great one. Kind of has a pepperminty black licorice taste to it. I love black licorice, so that works for me. Kava root, chamomile is a classic. I think that's one of the ones that's been around the longest and most widely used. And then this one's not a tea, but it falls in that same category. It's a lemon balm extract. You can get a tea form of it. I couldn't find tea form, so I got an extract. Comes in a little eyedropper. Very potent stuff. And actually what I do is I make a cup of kava root tea and I put 1 serving of that lemon balm extract in there. All 3 of those are all geared towards stress relief, relaxation, and just really focus. Getting everything cleared out and just focusing on what you need to focus on. So those are my recommendations as far as tea, meditation, breathing, melatonin. So that's all geared around going to sleep. Now, once you're asleep, we can't control what we do in our sleep. If you're having, rough nights, might need to consult your physician or something like that, try out different remedies. So, you go to sleep, you sleep throughout the night. The one part we all do not look forward to is when that alarm goes off. So let's talk about the other half, which is waking up. And this kind of goes right into what I talked about with water. Drink water first thing when you wake up. Kind of spike your energy, that kind of stuff. Same thing, this goes right into the workouts too, and I talked about this in the fitness video. So, number 1 is setting alarms, which you can see, for me personally, I set 3 alarms, 15 minutes apart, because just the way the iPhone is set up, when 6 a.m., and for me, 6 a.m. rolls around, that's kind of based on my schedule. 6 a.m. gives me 2 hours to do my personal development. I do a small yoga, just like a quick 10-minute yoga and stretching routine to wake my body up. I also do I drink at least 20 ounces of water, sometimes 32, and I talked about that in the water video. So I kind of have my own little morning routine I do before 8 a.m. And 8 a.m. is when I open up my business hours for Beachbody and massage. So That's my schedule. That's what works for me. Find what works for you based on yours. Some of you may be 4 a.m., some might be 9 a.m. Although I don't recommend sleeping in that late. Try to get an early rise. I can tell you one of the best mornings I've ever had are the ones where I force myself to get up as the sun is coming up and go out for a walk. Seeing Mother Nature just like that, listening to personal development, one of the best ways you can wake up ever. So, when 6 a.m. rolls around, the alarm goes off. If I hit snooze, it goes off, I think 6 or 7 minutes later. I hit snooze again, and then my 15-minute marker comes up. I have 3 of them. So it's a lot of alarms going off, but I find that if I do tend to oversleep, that's the way that I force myself to get up out of bed. So with setting your alarms, I don't know how the rest of them are set up, at least for iPhone, you can put little reminders in there or messages to yourself. Find like a motivational quote, something that really inspires you, really touches you. For me, 6 a.m. I put get up and inspire, because I am no good to anyone else if I am not getting out of bed myself. Because if I oversleep and I don't wake up till 8, I could have helped somebody start a new journey in their life between 6 and 8 a.m. If I were to sleep in, I would have missed that opportunity. Eric Thompson talks about little sleep and all that kind of stuff. If you look him up, it's E.T. the hip hop preacher. Amazing speaker. So, moving into, you can set a quote like that or a message to yourself. Getting into video, there are actually YouTube video alarm clocks. I want to try one out this week just to make sure it works. So you can go to your app store and download a YouTube alarm, and it will play a YouTube video as your alarm clock. Now, with that, what I recommend is look up a video called Welcome to the Grind. It's one of the best motivational videos that I've personally seen, so I recommend you watch it. Especially just the beginning scene is the typical alarm clock going off and the guy just like, ugh. So I highly recommend watching that one. If you try a YouTube video alarm, that would be a great one to try out. That's the one I'm going to try out this week, see how it works out. Going into my last tip, just get up. Just like Nike has their saying, just do it. For the morning routine, just get your butt out of bed. It is so easy to tell yourself the night before when you're motivated, like, okay, I'm gonna get up and go do that run. I'm gonna get up and do my workout first thing. I'm gonna get up and do this. But when morning time comes around, it's so easy just to hit snooze and say, okay, 15 minutes. Guess what? You end up sleeping all the way through your allotted time to do that activity. And next thing you know, you have to pop up out of bed and get ready for work and go about your day. And you just missed your opportunity to follow through with a commitment you made to yourself the night before. So, just get up. Literally, when your alarm goes off, before you have time to even think about hitting snooze, when you hear that alarm, just pop up out of bed. Literally, get up, sit up, stand up, take a deep breath, open up those arms, go into the kitchen, grab your water bottle, chug a bunch of water, shake it out, get your mind right, go watch a motivational video, do something that just wakes you up. But that's my biggest tip I can give to you, and that's one I do for myself, is the second that alarm goes off, before I even think about touching snooze, get your butt up out of bed. Learn to just force yourself. It sucks so bad. I know. It took me years to get where I'm at today. I know all the struggles. Sleeping in is such a killer for achieving people's goals and their dreams. Every single one of us is guilty of this. We always set goals the night before and we oversleep. Look how many years have gone by in your life where you've overslept. All those missed opportunities that you totally had, all those workouts that you may have skipped. It's not worth sleeping in. And I've learned this through my own experiences. I don't dwell on my missed opportunities, but I definitely think about all the different things that I've missed because of how much I overslept, especially before I started my fitness journey, playing video games all those hours of the night. None of it is worth it. You feel 10 times better forcing yourself to get up on time first thing in the morning when that alarm goes off and accomplishing your goals than you would just sleeping an extra hour. That extra hour of sleeping is never worth it. If it's worth it to you, you may have to prioritize your goals slightly different. I know for myself and thousands of other people out there that may be connecting to this video right now, we know that it feels good for like 5 minutes to close your eyes again after hitting snooze. It feels good for like 5 minutes. But after that 5 minutes, before you know it, the alarm goes off again. It's been another hour. Every single time I do that, it is not worth it. All the missed opportunities, not worth it. So, just get your butt up out of bed. When your alarm goes off, don't think about it. Just get up. That is what I'm going to leave this video off as. There you have it, folks. Sleep. Quick recap. Set a sleeping schedule. Meditate. Focus on your deep breathing before you go to bed. Melatonin and various types of teas or extracts are great natural remedies to help relax the body, calm the mind. For waking up, set alarms. Set multiple alarms like I do if you need to. Put a little quote or a message to yourself on there. You can try a YouTube video alarm. You can probably even set it up on your laptop next to your bed too. It'd be pretty easy. And last, most important, just get up and do it. Because sleeping in is not worth missing out on opportunities in your life. So, there you have it. Be sure to check out our sponsor of this video series, fundsforyourlife.com. This has been Coach Chaz. I want you guys to get out there and live in excellence. See you later.